So he has returned. He is back. 7-day bond is back on our screens. And this is going to be the start of the final push towards getting 7-day bond to the max cape, which means that we are going to be starting our Slayer series. Now, if you've been following along with 7-day bond, it's probably been the project account before the Hogger was originally here for probably around 2 years. And the emphasis on this account was that we wanted to play without spending our real life money. We have only ever purchased membership through bonds. Now, as you can see by the stats, we have exceeded expectations on how well this account has gone, along with having to pay for our membership through bonds. And we have one clear goal left to do. Our combat stats need to be completed. And with level 62 Slayer is going to be the way we're going to do it. So we are going to push our stats to 99 to max the account. And we're going to try and see how far we can get in our Slayer journey to get towards the end. Now, beginning of the year, we made a couple of videos sort of highlighting the things we've gone to do to get ready for it and prepare for it as well. And really, the only things I have left to do now is to go and buy my weapons, buy my armors, set my bank up because the bank's a bit of a mess. And then literally after that, we are jumping in. We have curses unlocked. We have ancients unlocked. We have a combat level to go after some decent masters as well. And now is the time for us to dial in and really go and push for that as well. Not only that, with the sort of skilling and money making we did towards the last time we played the account, we are very close to being able to purchase the bonds to finish premium membership. Whether I want to do that towards the time we're finally ready to do it, I don't know. But as it currently stands, we have 10 bonds in the pouch. Bonds are currently worth about 120-ish mil. So we're roughly about 200, 250 mil off being able to purchase all of the bonds for premium membership, which by the time we finish Slayer, I'm very, very confident with the amount of alcohols, with the amount we're going to be killing, we will have the ability to finally do our premium membership. Or if you guys want me to, there'll be a poll towards the end. We can do different sorts of activities or challenges or different things to sort of push back that having to grind for membership for a little bit longer. Right, so without further ado, let's go and jump back into it. So while I've been offline, I've been selling some stuff on the Grand Exchange. I'll show you my history really quickly before we do it. We managed to sell some Dracolith, which we got for 99 mining, for a decent price, 8.8 thousand coins. It was very good. When bonds had a crash before the membership prices were increased, I was actually managed to get in a couple of bonds in the 90s, which that's a fever dream now. That ain't going to be happening anytime soon. So I'll put on the price. 123 mil for a bond is so expensive. Actually, you know what? I refuse to pay that price. I'm just going to use one from the pouch. So we're going to go and unlock the membership. We're going to go and jump straight into it. I'm going to come back when I have my augmented armor sorted. I've cleaned my bank. I've done all the little mini tasks that I wanted to do as well. And we are ready to go and jump into the game and basically have a good time. 7-day bond will be doing videos pretty much every other day. And basically what they'll be really nice Slayer videos where we'll have a bit of a chat. We'll talk through the tasks. I'll make guides of the tasks as well, because I know that a lot of Slayer tasks, especially towards the lower end, I know I'm not the absolute lowest level, but level 60 upwards, there are still sort of like Slayer tasks which haven't got guides on and stuff like that. So we'll go and focus on stuff like that while pushing this out. But a vloggy Slayer video every other day can just show you guys the journey. And the end goal really for this account is, once I am maxed, is to go and do some challenges like cleaning the bank out and starting from nothing, from scratch challenges. How much can I make in X amount? Camping bosses. This is going to be the account I can go and do all the fun things and all the fun challenges on to provide you guys with some really, really top quality content. So any ideas for that, let me know. I'm going to go and hop over to World 92 now and let's go and get started. Now, the really nice thing when I left, I now have access to all the spellbooks. So we have the Lunar spellbook and we also have the Ancient ones. With the Ancient ones, I also have the Curses, so I have Soul Split as well. Vampirism has had some changes to where it's now on the Ancient spellbook, which means that it was even more beneficial for me to go and do the Desert Treasure storyline because we have more uses of the Ancient spellbook now. As you can see, in terms of my bank, combat stuff, we are very, very bare. I have a necromancy set up, and I think that's about it. So the main idea is when we get the tier 70 weapons, we'll be disassembling them at tier 10 because, again, they're quite cheap. When we get to things like tier 80, tier 90 weapons, we'll be going all the way up to tier 12 and then siphoning them so we keep the weapon just to go from there. But I've got quite a bit of little admin to do, so this is where I'm going to go and leave you guys till we are fully ready. We have the full Slayer mask collection as well. We have smoking kills done, and yeah, I just hope you guys are looking forward to it as much as I am. This is something in the series I've kind of put off a bit, but only because I think like I wanted to save it for when the content kind of dried up a bit, and I have something I can go and enjoy. Slayer is my favourite skill, just to go and sort of jump in and do as well. But I hope you guys are looking forward to it. I'm going to go and get ready, and then we'll wrap the first couple of tasks out and wrap video 1 up. But 7-day bond has now returned to our screens. So back on the bond account, and I just want to show you a few things we've done. So obviously once we've joined membership, we've used a bond. So always, my thoughts always go towards like making a little bit of cash just to take a little bit of the edge off paying for that bond, because nowadays bonds are 120 mil, but very, very expensive. So what I've done is gone through my bank and utilized some supplies I had left. I had some ground wyvern bones left from the previous sort of bond, and that sold for 29 mil. Super prayer potions could be a really good thing for us to revisit. It completely depends on the price of the wyvern bones, which went extremely expensive. The 18,000 coins for a free dose is not too bad when you're buying the prayer potion for about 3,000 coins. So there's definitely some profit in there as well. Something which is profit still and a very, very good way to make some money is super antifires. So we have done a 4 dose here. Did whatever amount of feathers I had in the bank. So that is some more cash here as well. And I sold some refined U planks. Now, I sold these kind of before or during double XP, and I've just let them sold for a price. Selling these for 25k is basically daylight robbery. They are so much higher than what they should have sold for. So we've kind of pulled back probably about just under sort of like 80-ish mil. So about 50, no, maybe just under 100 mil. So that's really, really nice. I've also as well started to buy my armors for Slayer. Now, one thing I would say as well is that for whatever reason, I'm really struggling to buy God Wars armors. I'm having to put like 5, 10, 15% or leaving the offers in overnight to buy, which kind of gives me a bit of an idea. Maybe I go and start camping like 10 hours at a God Wars boss on the main account, just see how good it is, because Armadillo like chest in chain skirt still at 5 mil is still a decent price. And as always, like God Wars, you can pretty heavily AFK. Like even the Bandos stuff now, like 1.7 mil for a chest plate, 1.2 for tassets, 250k for the boots. Don't get me wrong, it's not going to change the world, but it's a very strong price. And subjugation as well, the really nice thing about doing Zami, and it's probably why like subjugation has fell, even though it's so useful, all the prices are the same. So like I'm trying to buy some subjugation boots, and it's about 3.6 mil, same as the top and the bottom as well. So other things we're trying to buy is a focus sight, a hex crest, and then a black mask. So we just want to buy that because that's basically going to be our Slayer helm. I need to go and get the Slayer points to be able to sort of make the Slayer helm. So they're in the Grand Exchange looking to sell. And these things struggling to sell for these kind of price really give me hope for Slayer, because I'm hoping like to get these drops, we'll make a lot of money from it. Like a black mask being 1.5 mil in this current age is quite amazing really, because if you think like an Abyssal Whip's 70k. And yes, Abyssal Demons are way more accessible and people will do them beyond doing things like the Strike Worms and the other stuff. But I honestly think that when we start doing this Slayer arc, we'll find some Slayer creatures which are going to be so good, because the drops they drop, like, again, cave horrors, no one really does nowadays, and because of that, things are extremely high in price. Okay, so after a little bit of time, I decided just to whack the prices up. So just wanted to show you guys what kind of prices I've paid for these items, because some of them are very open price and could be worthwhile doing or selling if you've got in your bank, because these are the kind of items you pick up over time anyway. So the Ancient Gizmos blueprints sold for 9 mil. Which I'm going to have a look at this and see if it's worthwhile camping some armor spots, see if you can go and do this, because it's only going to cost you a total of around 300 torn fragments to go and turn into a blueprint. So I'm going to have a look at that. So the focus sight was 800k, the hex crest was 450, the black mask was 1.9 mil, which I'm going to have to do some quests to be able to do the cave horrors, but it's definitely something I can more than happily AFK. Because again, aggression potions are as free, Slayer's slightly different from what it used to be, so that is very nice. We also as well managed to pick up the boots subjugation for 4.6 mil. The other subjugation pieces sold for 600k less. But it's just a reminder that if there's no real items in the Grand Exchange in terms of the volume, they will go up as well. So those are some really big things. We have now done blueprints as well, so we can now do Ancient Invention. It's actually really nice, but you don't have to do the archaeology, because I was going to go and do the archaeology and camp for it and kind of tie it into the video as well. But I've only got the first tier of wingsuit, which is not what you need. You need tier 3 to be able to do it. So what I'm going to do now is go and do some gizmos. So gizmos for a little while. I'm going to go and actually go and get some invention potions as well, just so we can go and unlock the right kind of things. And that's basically going to be where we're going to start the next video. Is everything's all perked up, everything's all sorted. But we've bought the main items we need. I'm going to put an offer in for Syndicores as well, just so we have a different kind of glove, just in case you want to do it. And I'm going to go and buy all the potions and everything else, so we're ready to go from the next episode. But yeah, this is pretty much 7-day bond, ready to go and pull the trigger on the big Slayer adventure and the big push to get 99s in the combats as well. We've got a little bit late because now the melees go up to 120, but you know what? As long as we get the max cape, that's where we can go and have some fun as well. But thank you guys so much for watching. Really hope you enjoyed. I'll see you guys very soon for the next video.